Hey, palsy, did you see that dame over there?
Yeah, she was over by the movie theater. I was thinking about asking her on a date. You never cease to amaze me with your musical choices.
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's a good job.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well played. Well played.
What's shaking, bacon?
Welcome to the Coin Show Hangout.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of the usual suspects are here, and other people are filing in. I like the fact that Paula started a game of Not It when she got here.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Well,
she is. We're gonna have to.
Innovator.
Yeah, I don't know. We got to figure that one out. We got to do something.
Innovator.
Yeah, there you go.
Innovator. Actually, when I go to YouTube, she has a little star next to her name.
Ooh, is that some sort of fancy award?
I have
prestigious
no idea.
Award. Who knows?
Have no idea.
So, how's the coin life been? Coin life been good?
Coin life has been very busy. Even with all gold at being over $2,500, people are still coming in and buying.
I know it's crazy.
It is crazy.
And just as many people are selling it right now. It's nuts. It's like it blows my mind.
Yes. Hey, Casey, coin guy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
She's our biggest fan. I'm your number one fan. I've seen Misery. I've seen how that movie turns out.
Mike's going to end up 2 broken legs. It's funny. Oh, did we lose him? Oh, there he is. Got him back. Okay.
Who?
You froze up for a sec. Maybe it was me.
Okay. Well, maybe it was just me having a fit.
It's all right.
Yeah. So, so we've been really busy. We've had a lot going on in the shop, and it's August, right? Now it's September, but the end of August was really anything after the ANA.
Quiet summer was not quiet.
No,
which
is cool.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
No, I'm not bad about it at all. I mean, that ANA show, people did business.
Typically, summer months, people go on vacation. They don't do the hobbies as much, and so it's a little slower for us, which gives us a chance to kind of catch up and relax, and maybe go on a vacation ourselves if we feel so inclined. Which, what is this vacation you speak of? Yeah, but
I still think it's a post-COVID thing. I really do.
I think it's the fact that metals are going nuts. And
I mean, there's a bunch of stuff with that, but I think that people are still not going on vacation yet.
Yeah,
we still have a lot of extra, pent up disposable cash.
Yeah,
they've got stuff that they can do, and
the prices of a lot of things are going up. There is only one thing that hasn't gone up, and that's wages, and that's kind of an issue here lately.
Agreed.
So I don't necessarily think that, and it's weird how that's affecting the rest of the market. I mean, you would think that kind of thing would stop people from having fun and doing fun things, but it doesn't seem like it has.
So, there's nothing in it that makes sense, right? I mean, you look at indicators.
Yeah.
And, we have a brand new.
Sense. Hey, thank you so much.
Yeah. So, I don't know. There's so much going on in the economy, and every time somebody says, "Well, that's this," it's not.
No.
So I think that the only good vision that you get of things is retrospect. I think that's it.
Yeah. I think you're right, buddy. I don't. It's weird times right now. Joe Bohannon in the chat says, "Good evening, gents. Tried to go to the Gettysburg show today, only to find half the dealers packing up just after lunch." Yeah, that happens. Like we talked about with the ANA show. Sometimes
was it a multiple day show?
I'm sure it was. Yeah,
because if you're telling me that they set up this morning and they're leaving right after lunch, then I think
that's baloney.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean, it does happen. Some guys, that's just when they can get their flight, they have to leave. And some guys, have to go home. They're tired.
Some guys want to go home.
Yeah. Especially the ANA. The ANA is a grind, man. A week.
Yeah. You're there from Monday until Saturday.
Yeah, so here he says it was a Friday, Saturday show with the dealer day on Thursday. That's one of those shows that after lunch kind of does piddle out a little bit.
Although they should, as you pointed out in your video, hang out.
Yeah,
It's worth
definitely.
it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, if you can, you might as well.
Yeah,
I have my rules. You know, it's a fair rule.
I have actually seen it go both ways. I like the rule.
Yeah, it's a fair rule.
Flexible rule.
It is. It's all on the show. You know, the people that are putting on the show. It's all on them to make sure that Saturday is worth my time to stay, and if it is, I'll stay.
Yeah.
So
I want to just point out some of the usual suspects being in the chat. We got Indigun Demon. Always good to see him.
Yeah.
I saw Shannon.
Shanana. Excuse me.
Who's driving, but that's okay. We'll drive you.
Don't drive and chat.
Lovely and talented Paula Bloom. Yod fan.
Hello, fellow coin nerds. Hello. I love that one.
KC Coin Guy.
Oh.
Who became a member.
Usual suspects, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Bradley Stagg.
Oh, I love it. He had sense. That sounds like a song.
I like this new studio. James Al.
You say that every time we do this. We've done this for like 3 months now, and every time we're like, I don't like this.
Because I keep on finding new things to do. Luther Blankenship. It's like roll call time, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everybody for coming and for joining us for at least an hour of goofing around.
Yeah.
Did you get any interesting emails about our new game?
Did I get any interesting emails about our new game? Not that I saw.
To be honest with you, I didn't look because I always like to kind of keep it fresh.
Are you talking about the melt, collect, and spend?
Yeah, melt, collect, and spend,
or whatever it is. We got to come up with a better name. That's a little.
We do. It doesn't work, but the concept is so good.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we need to make it just two.
No, I like the three. The three
melt or keep.
No,
and you just get 2 coins, and that's it. And you have to figure out whether you want that 1913 V nickel or the 33 double eagle.
Wow, I like the 3. The 3 is fun because you get the first 2 down, or you get the first one down, and you're like, okay, that was a good choice. And then you're like, oh,
yeah,
you got to make this other choice here. So I like the 3, but that's
there's got to be something that really hurts you by like you're giving it to your to your biggest rival or something like that.
Yeah. I had an interesting thing happen today at work, and I kind of sort of told you about it, and I can't say much, but we had a producer for a very well-known national TV show come in the shop today and ask if it was okay to film in our store.
I don't watch a ton of TV, and I have heard of the show, so yes, I would say that's pretty major.
I'm not gonna say what it is. I can't. No. I don't want to mess anything up with those guys, but they're going to be filming something in my office that is pretty interesting. So yeah, I'll tell you more about that when I can.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
I'll tell you what. If you do want to see a film of me doing my job,
yeah,
we had a thing on Destination Chicago for Harlan J. Burke.
Yeah,
and we posted it on the Harlan J. Burke website. We posted it on Aaron Burke's YouTube page.
I think we watched it in here, didn't we?
We might have, because it's only 3 minutes long. It's not really a big deal. And I don't get to say a word, which is probably the best part.
Well, yeah, I mean, those guys that made that show were smart.
Clean scratcher slab. There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
That's brutal.
But see, that's kind of what we're going for. I like that. See, I love our listeners. We got the best listeners.
Brutal. So everybody stop for 1 second. Click that like button, please. Pretty please. Just for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
You wanna do another guess the number contest?
Sure.
I don't know what we're giving away. What do you want to give away? I got things.
Well, what do you got? What's in the prize closet?
Well, I gotta find it.
I mean, you got some magnets?
I have plenty of magnets, but I want to give away. How about I have it at the office? 1923 piece dollar PCGS MS63. I will give that away along with a Lost Dutchman Rare Coins lanyard and a coin show magnet.
All right, so I have a number.
Okay, put it in our private chat so that we both know it.
Let's see. How do I get to the private?
Right-hand side. Let me see it.
That's comments. What the hell happened there?
Uh-oh, you broke it?
Yeah, no, hold on. No,
Here,
up to the top of it doesn't. Yeah, do me a favor, would you? There we go. Private chat. There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. See this number. Okay. So between 1 and 1,000, that's the number. You guys go ahead and start guessing if you'd like while I fall out of my chair here.
And we can just keep on talking about stuff.
Yeah, we'll just keep on talking. When we see it, we'll make a bunch of noise. So
we've already thrown out our first guess, and it's not close. Yeah, it's you had that happen this week where they came in.
It was weird. It was out of nowhere too.
It's like just kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah, they didn't call or anything. They just showed up, and I was talking to the lady. And she's like, "Yeah, normally I cold call people when I do this, but I was actually out here for filming, and for this week, and I wanted to do some of this, get out and do some of this on my own." So, okay, sure,
yeah,
why not?
No, absolutely. It was funny because you know how I like to bowl.
Yeah.
So a couple of years ago, there was actually they had actually gotten to the point where they even brought in a crew to start looking at things from the standpoint of what it looks like, how it shoots, and they decided against it. But they were talking about doing one at the bowling alley that I go to, which is weird. Reality show based on a bowling alley. Although, look,
depending on the alley, that might be interesting.
It could be interesting. The problem is that you have to be entertainment. Yeah. So there's going to have to be a butt of somebody's jokes.
That's right.
So somebody has to be willing to do that.
Yeah.
Could make them famous, but they have to be willing to do that. Because this place that I bowl at, it's like it's hosted PBA events. It's stop that, Shannon. Hosted PBA events. And host regional events all the time. There are touring professionals that bowl there every single week.
Right.
It's where all the
somebody's got to be the Chum Lee. Is that what you're telling me?
Sorry?
Somebody's got to be the Chum Lee. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. Yeah. And it ain't gonna be any of them people.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I didn't ask for this. I don't necessarily like if somebody came to me and said, "Let's make a TV show," I'd be like, "No, thanks, I'm good. I don't want to do that." But if somebody says, "Yeah, we're gonna come in and do this and that," and the whole world will see it one time, okay.
Yeah, it's like really. Well, we had, oddly enough, this is funny. We had when the $2 bills with the matching serial numbers started becoming really popular.
Isn't that
we had what is it? Univision was out in front of us to comment. Well, here's the problem. I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
And our Spanish speaker was gone. And so, they were like, "Do you mind answering a couple of questions?" And so I'm like, "Sure." But the problem is that, they have somebody talking over the top of me and actually translating it into Spanish. So
if I did it, it would be like,
yeah.
I'd be writing things down.
That's no bueno.
Yeah. You guys are nuts. Cut it out.
Yeah, really. Seriously.
We love you all.
Do not ask for it. We do not really solicit it.
Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Let's check in on the numbers real quick. Let's see if anybody's getting close. Nope.
Oh, I've been watching it the whole time.
Oh, okay.
There's no.
Yeah.
No, and people have gone for the obvious stuff. It's like 420 and 300 because I was talking about bowling.
Well, sometimes. Chris Gay, hey, good to see you. I will let you know what's going on. There is a contest going on, which nobody has won. There is a number between 1 and 1,000 that if you choose, you will win a prize pack. So
yeah, pretty decent one too.
Yeah, get to typing. It's 1923
potential value over $20.
Well, yeah, like $50, man.
I know.
$50.
I'll tell you what. I was watching a lot of Whatnot. Do you watch Whatnot?
Yeah, I do a little bit. I watch my
Bjorn,
friends mostly.
yeah, Bjorn has been just going nuts with that stuff.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch the Witterbrick deal. I ended up with 2 of the player packs, which was bananas.
So explain to people what it is that you paid, what the
Yep.
deal was, and what you got.
Okay, so the Witterbrick
We have a winner.
Oh, do we? Oh, I see it. Yep.
Oh, not that
That's
one.
not it. Stop. Boom.
That's the
Right
chat
there.
moving too fast.
KC Coin Guy 57 was the number.
That was the number.
You win.
KC Coin Guy, send Matt your address to Matt at coinshowradio.com.
That's fine. I'll get it there.
Yeah, it'll forward it.
At coinshowradio.com. I will get those awesome.
And you win a 23-piece dollar.
I will get those awesome prizes out to you next week.
Yeah.
Sorry, where were we?
So we were talking about the Witterbrick.
Witterbrick. Yeah.
The 2 that you bought. So what?
Well, so if you don't know, Kearney Coin Center goes by Trader B on Whatnot. They're probably the biggest coin seller on there. Those guys are awesome. I know them. They're all very nice people. They ended up with 25 of the player pack Witterbricks. Now, the Witterbricks came out in 3 different levels. They came out in a low-end level, which was $375. You get 3 coins. They came out with a medium level, which was $1,000. You also got 3 coins. And then they came out with the player packs, which were $5,000, and you got 3 coins. So they ended up with 25 of them out of the 41 that they made. Don't ask me how.
So the odds were pretty good.
The odds were pretty good. I mean, there was a $25,000 coin in one of these, and then there was like several $10,000 to $15,000 coins spread out through these things. So I mean, it was fun, and it was worth it for me to play a little bit.
It was even entertaining for me to watch.
Yeah,
I didn't buy a thing. I just sat there and watched it. It was fun.
So it started off, and I was there with those guys. More of a just to watch it go down and kind of solidarity, brother, and hang out.
You just slept into it?
No, I mean, I didn't want my homies to get smoked too bad, if that makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense because it looks to me like
I got smoked. That's fine.
Well, look, you didn't get smoked that bad.
No,
you didn't get smoked as bad as some people did.
No, not at all. So, anyways, I bought the first one. It ended up costing me the original boxes were $5,000. They sold out pretty quick, obviously, because like I said, they got 25 of them on there out of the.
And 41. So what
my first
one is doing is he puts it up as an auction. It's 15 seconds, sudden death. Whoever gets the highest bid gets it, and then he sells it. He lets you pick which one it is, or sometimes
they spin a wheel and then have numbered them all.
Well, they spin a wheel as to what you win, and then there's all these prizes and stuff like that. But then he opens it right there on air.
Yep.
So that everybody gets to see what you got.
Yep. And in the first box, I got, let's see, what did I get in the first one? I got a 1909 VDB penny in 65. Womp womp. Yeah, I got a $200 coin. 1882 $0 and 62. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
And then the big coin was a 1911 D over D $20 gold piece in CACG 63, which not a bad coin. And I may have already sold that coin. I did put it up for sale. I think we sold it already.
And you'll come close to breaking even on it.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, and like that box, I probably got $4,500 worth of coins for my $5,000, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And then as time went on, they kept selling them. Some were going for $5,200, $5,300, but then there was a couple that were going for like $4,900. So what I started doing is just throwing in a $4,900 bid and seeing, I didn't want to let my homies lose too much again, because like I said, these are my friends. I like these guys, but I am here to play, and I'll buy it if my bid's met. So I did, and I got another one, and in that one, I got let's see if I can remember here. I got an was it Antietam? I think it was an Antietam half in 65. CACG. I got I'd have to look at the other one. I don't remember what it was, but it was nothing great.
Nothing really special, yeah.
And then the big coin was an 1884 CC Morgan in CACG MS65 Dimple, which big coin.
Yeah, it's a beautiful coin.
Yeah, it's pretty. So yeah, I mean, it was again worth about that same like $4,500. But then there were some people that were like, they pulled out of the top 10, they pulled 6 of them, I think,
Yeah.
on that stream. So
And there were guys that spent $5,000. They ended up with $2,500 worth of
there were
calls.
a couple of those, yeah.
It's like last night he was doing these epic chases, and I'm watching him pull these out, and there's this one guy that is just they're spinning the wheel, and he has the worst thing on the wheel, and this guy is buying multiple things, and every time he keeps on landing on the same thing. He just keeps getting hosed. It is bad, but
it is what it is.
that's I now better understand your comment though about not wanting to see. So you're talking about Bjorn. You didn't want to see him take it,
Yeah, I mean, I already knew when I saw the first ones go, because what else they did? They put up 25 of the boxes, and then they put up 5 other items that you could have gotten as well. And the value of those 5 items was like $60,000.
Yeah.
So they had 25 boxes at $5,000 a piece that they paid, and then they had like $60,000 worth of other coins. And to sit and watch them get, 5,200, knowing that they threw out $60,000 on top of their $5,000 each, was kind of like, geez.
Well, but yet he gets the stream, the views, and all the other stuff.
He's a big boy. He knows what he's doing. Yeah.
No, actually, I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah, but I mean, it just is what it is. Yeah, I mean, Paul, and I'm not a whole fan of the gambling thing either. This was, like I said, it was more of just to hang out and watch, and I helped my boy out a little. So,
although I agree with Paul, I think there's an element of that to it.
Oh, 100%.
So it's not for everybody.
100%.
And I don't see it as, from Bjorn's end being a gamble too much. I mean, he's probably pretty close to breaking even, if not making some money off of it.
It's hard to say.
I know he's not making a fortune off of it. That's for sure.
Well, if the prices I saw, they lost a lot of money, but that's just me.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, it sucks.
But those guys,
great entertainment.
It was, and
it was fun to watch.
It was definitely fun to watch.
Yes.
But I mean, stuff like that goes on and whatnot. It's not necessarily my cup of tea. It's not my bag of chips. It was a way to sell stuff. I don't want to get on there and be the huckster, the Cherrywood box.
I don't think you have to be a huckster. I think there are plenty of them there.
Yeah, the guys
you do have to be kind of a carnival barker, though.
Right. And I don't
want to be loud. That's a me thing.
Yeah.
That would be a me thing. But it's like, I just don't have the stuff to give away.
Well, that's there's lots of giveaways, and just.
Well, everybody that I know, particularly when you first start out, it's like there's a certain amount of loss before anything turns around at all.
Sure. I mean, just like any business and any venture, usually there's you're going to lose a little money, and that's just how it works.
You're going to lose a lot of money to start. But,
yeah. I'm trying to think. There was something else I wanted to talk to you about, and I forget what it was. Oh yeah, I remember now. My team's going to kick your team's butt. Just FYI.
Week 3. So,
week 3.
Here we go. We have this coming. We're going to have to do a live stream of some sort. We're going to have to do a live stream. I just see it happening. We can't do play-by-play, but we can definitely talk about the game.
I mean, are you sure you want to see? Are you sure you want to be a part of me verbally eviscerating you while my team eviscerates your team live on TV?
Gee, I don't know. What's the worst thing that can happen? Your quarterback can retire?
You know what? Yeah, that joke worked like the first 10 times, but
it still works every time for me.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like Andrew Luck. Bye. What do you got this year?
Just you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah, I mean, we got some cast off coach that you didn't want.
Yeah, how's that working out for you?
Actually, really well.
Yeah. Well, our quarterback is the largest quarterback in the league and is
largest quarterback in the league.
Yes, he weighs the most out of all the quarterbacks.
I don't know who that is.
Anthony Richardson.
Oh, okay. Okay, because Robust Russ,
yes,
has Bo Nix.
Oh, Nix.
Bo Nix.
That sounds like a stage name.
It sounds like a porn name. It does. Bo Nix is he's helming the Denver Broncos this year. It's like, look, I have suffered in Chicago all summer long with a baseball team that could not get out of their own way. See, Chris Gay, there you go.
Yeah. Thank you.
That could not get out of their own way and is awful. And they are going to be historically bad. They are easily going to set the all-time record for losses in a season. They lost again today. They might lose 130 games, which would be 10 more than the record. It's hard to lose 130 out of 162.
Hey, at least you're setting records. You got a record-setting team.
Yeah. You try and watch that.
Nope.
It's funny because it's like a post-game show. It's really funny. You watch the post-game show and you look, who's got the post-game show tonight? Well, it's not any big name guys.
Yeah.
Because it's at the end of the season and nobody's watching anyway, and they know nobody's watching. So,
yeah,
Ozzie Key and Frank Thomas are like, no, that's okay. I'll pass.
I'm going to jump back to what we were talking about just a minute ago because Paul made a good point. She said the biggest problem you have now is Joe Schmo Collector putting together mystery packs and they're filled with junk. That is true. That is very true. There are a lot of people that do that on there.
Well, there are people all over the internet that are now packaging bunches of stuff, including legitimate things like, like your deal.
Yeah. But it's
going to be hard to tell the good from the bad without a scorecard.
Well, that's true. I mean, you're exactly right. And it is what it is. It's people like that aspect of mystery. They like that aspect of gambling.
Yeah, no. There is a slight the lottery to it is okay.
They like the hit of dopamine they get when they win. That's what it is.
But the problem is that in today's society, right, with as addictive as we are and with as everything keeps getting grander and bigger, and so the dopamine shots have got to be bigger and bigger. And when the risk starts getting to be a lot, now it's not just fun anymore. And you got to be really careful with just letting the general public run lotteries like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And
that's my only,
Her next point is a great one. They like it until they do the math at the end of the year and then they leave the hobby. That's exactly right.
Sometimes they don't do the math though, because math is hard.
Well, but you know what? I mean, it definitely, if that is the only way you collect, you're not going to be okay. You're not going to be good. If you collect by doing nothing but playing games like that, you're not winning.
Okay, but if they just went on eBay and just randomly bought things, are they going to do any better?
Yeah, probably. I mean, because there is the aspect of having your own skills involved rather than just dumb luck.
Does eBay create the skills? See, that's what I was trying to get at is I don't
talking about if I go on eBay, I can use my coin knowledge to make good purchases. Period.
Yes, but you can also go on Whatnot and use your coin knowledge was my point. So it's one of those things where there are some things on Whatnot that are decent. Some of the stuff that Bjorn is selling is nice.
Yeah,
it's cool. Those are worth buying.
I just don't like the format.
No, it's it's that whole Quibids thing with you fear of missing out. Yep. They're preying on certain base instincts that we have, and they're very effective with it.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people in there that do a great job. I don't want to crap on the whole thing.
Right.
Like I said, I know a lot of people that use it.
We're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
I sell a lot of stuff to guys that are putting it on Whatnot. I mean, I really do, and I hope those guys do awesome. I hope that they make a lot of money because in turn they need more stuff, and I will be happy to sell it to them. So
we will not be participating in that.
Right. I don't want to be down in the trenches of Whatnot. I want to be like up here a little bit, just feeding.
I would much rather be educating than selling.
Well, yeah, right. Like I would much rather sit here and do this than be like, oh, you got to buy this here.
Well, that's the thing it's like that's where the carnival barker part comes in to me, where it's like I don't dig being that personality. I don't like being that guy.
Yeah. Arthur says gambling and coin collecting are both fine hobbies. Like any hobby, they should cost money and bring pleasure. There will be an intersection for both. I agree.
Absolutely. Yep. As anything can end up being a problem.
Yeah. How is it legal? Okay, well, here we go. Let's get into it. Paula asked, how is it legal? Okay, so I have gone over this for years. The only way that it would be illegal is if you purchased something, had a chance to win something, and got nothing. That's the only way it's illegal. And that's called an illegal lottery. So something like a raffle is illegal.
As long as you get something.
Yes. Something like a raffle is not legal online. It is legal for certain, like charity things and certain events that have the right proper, 503 status and all that. That's legal for those kind of events. But to do it online, like, just to do online is definitely not legal.
Right.
But the way it is legal is that everybody that purchases something gets something. And that's how it's legal, because there are 3 things that go into making it illegal, and only 2 of them are involved in those kind of things. So,
yeah,
I had it explained to me by a couple of lawyers because I had the same question. So,
yeah, well, I think that's a pretty good explanation, though. It's easy to understand. If you are buying a chance at something and getting absolutely nothing in return, it has to be a charity.
I told him dumb it down for me, and that's what they told me. So,
thank you.
Lots of illegal gambling games on YouTube and whatnot. Well, they should shut them down. They should.
Well, eventually they're going to have to.
They will. Yeah, I know. So,
SBA fan.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about Winterbrick, there were over 550 Silver Eagles, so there was about a 49% chance of getting one.
But that was probably in the low end boxes, I bet.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of those get open too. I watched a lot of them get opened, and there was a ton of Eagles in those things.
I mean, my thing is that I agree with SBA fan from the standpoint of I got an ASE. If they're putting 70s in there, then clearly they're valuing him at more than just an ASE.
Well, and they are in Winterbrick's defense, they are CACG certified. I mean, that's the strictest certification service. The coins are going to be nice for the grade. If they're 70s, they're 70s.
Right.
So, and that's part of it too that was intriguing to me. So, yeah, that's kind of where I think it had the value. But yeah, you're right. There was a ton of Silver Eagles in those. Some of them were 69, which, 69 Silver Eagle, we all know is just kind of like a regular Silver Eagle, no matter who grades it.
Yeah, it's just a Silver Eagle.
So, yeah.
Actually, I like PCGS 68s because they're hard to find.
You are the anti-collector.
I'm just a contrarian by nature. You know that.
Yeah, you collect everything that most people look at and go, ugh. That's like Mike's like, ooh.
That's cheap.
Yeah. What other kind of fun news I have going on? Oh, I do have a fun news thing I can kind of sort of relay to you.
Me?
Well, to everybody. Your boy here is going to be running a what they call a coin show. A coin show thing. Yeah. Been working on it. It's been kind of under wraps for a little while, but I now have my venue. I now have my date, and it's going to be a banger. So,
okay. So
2025. 2025.
Where is it going to be?
Indianapolis, 2025.
Perfect.
Yep. So,
all right. Make it a date when I can come because I want to be there.
I think so. I'm going to try. I have the date. I have the venue. I'm just waiting on the last few things before I start making announcements. But you guys here first are the ones that find out that your friend Matt has a coin show. It's going to be big. 17,500 square feet. Actually,
it's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. 17,500 square feet. Meet and greet for creators. Maybe. I mean, I am going to have space. So
I think that's a really good idea. I think that they should do it in more shows. Is just have a meet and greet for creators.
Well, and women,
the Whitman's always doing, here, meet the author. It's like, I mean, it's kind of what we do.
Yeah. Hey, thank you very much, Coins Making Sense. I will let you know. Like I said, I'm getting there. It's been a process, especially around here lately. There's a lot of dynamic things going on that I have no control over, but things that I do have control over are getting worked out well. So there you go.
Custom Steve asks, I have a really important question on buying a 55 double die. If you could give me insight. Okay, what's your question?
I just sold one of those today.
Yeah, I always liked the 55 double die, and it taught me a really important thing about those kind of errors, and that is that the easier it is to see something with the naked eye,
Yep.
generally, the more valuable it is.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting on that question, I want to show Joe Bohan's thing here. Mike would love this. Friend of mine sent a Silver Eagle to PCGS, got a 67.
Now, is this recently?
I sent a Silver Eagle.
Because that's the thing. Since CAC started hammering stuff, now you're starting to see PCGS back off on it. I'm talking about over the last couple of years of, you send Silver Eagles and it's just slap the 70s and the 69s.
I sent a Silver Eagle one time and got it back in a 35.
About 3 years ago. Okay.
Yep. VF 35.
That's
the lowest I've ever gotten on a Silver Eagle.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Pocket piece. I mean, so
67 probably has a struck through or something.
Could be, or it could just have some dings and dongs and.
No. All right, so there he is, Custom Steve. So he says, I have a chance to buy one from a shop raw. Says it's AU. It looks good. Wants 1,500, but I'm in love, but want to make sure.
Ooh. So I'll tell you my wisdom on these things, and this has always been my wisdom. Why is it not in a slab? What's the reason? Like why is it not certified? And the reason is probably going to be because something's wrong with it. I mean, $1,500 for an AU is cheap because at least they're not trying to get all AU money out of it. Because I sold an AU today, we got $1,950 out of it for an AU 53. So
I think that's the best thing to tell them, though. I mean, that's straight up.
It seems too good to be true. There's probably something wrong.
I don't even know if it's the seems too good to be true part. It's like the price is an honest price for this coin, more than likely. If you look at it, there is likely a problem with it that you either haven't identified yet or that isn't apparent at first glance. But chances are your coin shop guy is actually being, really straightforward and just saying, hey, look, here's the coin.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Did you see this one? He said if it grades lower, he'll buy it back. I mean, at that point, okay.
Oh, you got to buy it then.
Yeah,
and you got to send it off to have it graded.
Yeah, that's easy.
Because the coin belongs in a slab anyway.
Yeah. If he said if it grades lower, if you get a buyback on a coin like that at $1,500, you might as well just shoot for it and see what happens.
Absolutely.
Yep. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And Paula said have him send it. I wouldn't necessarily do that. I would buy it and have somebody else send it because what happens if that coin comes back into 58 and he's like, oh crap, I already locked this in at 1,500 and it's worth 2,500. What am I? I'm going to screw this guy. Forget him. I'm going to sell the coin myself. So I would do that.
It's like you never want to cast aspersions on somebody, but it is easy enough to do that.
Right. I mean, I just always have to think about the worst possible outcome in a situation, and that could be a thing. So I would have somebody else send it or get a collector's club membership, send it yourself. Either one of those.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Let's see. We are creeping up on episode 250.
The semi-quincentennial?
Yeah, our semi-quincentennial.
Yeah.
It'll come before the semi-quincentennial. So what kind of things would you guys like to see us do?
We should do another
250 episodes.
We should do another punishment edition.
You know what? I like that.
That was brutal, dude.
Oh, I mean, look, that thing, it's what burnt Spicy Mike's hot sauce.
That's true.
Paul wants a pole dance.
So if you guys don't know, there is...
I don't know enough Polish people to have that done for you.
In our Patreon, we did a show one time for you guys, the subscribers. That was one of the most brutal things we've ever done to each other. It was rough. And we played Would You Rather Punishment Edition. Mm-hmm. So you got two choices, and you had to pick whichever one you thought that more people chose. And if you got it wrong, there was a punishment. And what were some of our punishments, Mike? Do you remember?
Let's see. So there was take a spoonful of cream of mushroom soup raw out of the can.
It was brutal.
There was a spoonful of mustard.
I think maybe mustard, yeah. Or hot
there
sauce.
Was
bean juice, Joe.
Bean juice, yeah. Oh my god, yeah. But the stepping on Legos was possibly the absolute king.
I jumped on them too. I went.
You sold out for the bid.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have more respect for
Feet
you.
hurt for like 3 days after.
I mean, he went for it. He was
Hey, you ate ants.
stomping on Legos with both feet.
You ate ants, so
I did eat ants.
we were so
Did
mean to
eat
each other.
ants, and I still have those ants.
Okay, good. Well, I can use them again.
No, we're not gonna use those again. Sorry.
We're not using 2-year-old ants or
No,
3-year-old ants.
it's like, look, and maybe at some point, if I can send you some crickets or grasshoppers or something like that, we can
I would
have dinner.
nom on those, no big deal. Just as long as they're barbecue flavored, I'm in.
Oh, no, these are just au naturel. These were as they came. Yeah, that was the thing. There was no flavor to them. It was just kind of crunchy.
Oh, well, I'm in. Whatever. I'll do whatever for the
It
show.
wasn't that bad. It just was kind of weird.
Ooh, Paula says name that error. That could be an interesting one. Grading challenge.
Doesn't she do a channel with that?
I was gonna say, well, I mean, I don't want to take away something they would rock at, but that might not a terrible idea.
I'll tell you what, there was a picture that I saw the other day, and it was one of those that it was so close up that you couldn't tell whether it was infused or whether it was raised.
Weird.
And it was one of those where I finally figured out what it was, and I figured I was looking at it the wrong way. And so I stopped and kind of closed my eye, and I looked at it again, and I'm like, okay, now I got it to where I look. Now I want to see it the other way again. And I kept going back. It was weird, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's funny. That's a good one, Jack. Real or fake? Live or Memorex?
Yes.
Indigo says, a dude at the show I went to today had 2 raw must-haves. I thought they were clean, but he didn't. I'd send them in to get graded, my guy. They're your coins. What's stopping you? So, yeah, that's the thing. I had to explain that to somebody else today. We were talking about.
You're saying that the dealer said that you should send them in to have them graded?
Oh, he thought they were cleaned, and the dealer did not.
Right. And I think the dealer said to him, well, I think you should have them graded, because he said, my guy, why don't you do it? What's stopping you? He also makes this comment. How rare are MS-67 full band Mercs and old GHs?
There's a whole group of guys out there right now that love OGHs with green beans. So the coins are definitely premium. They tend to actually carry an even a premium over bid. I think the holder, depending on the date of the coin, I think the holder might actually make that coin worth even more than the coin itself.
Here's my fear with that, and I think it's a legitimate fear. I would expect that the population of those coins that are in old green holders in 67 full bands may have a fair amount of them that are overgraded.
It's hard to say.
The reason for it,
it's got a CAC sticker. No, it's good. It's got a CAC sticker, so it's not overgraded.
All right, if it's got a bean on it, yes, but if not, that would be my suspicion.
Yep,
is because for it to have been in the holder for this long without having somebody try to regrade it, get an 8, whatever, that to me seems like an outlier.
Every once in a while, this happens about maybe once every 2 or 3 years in my office. A little group of coins will come in slabs from late 80s, early 90s that have just been squirreled away for the last 20 years, and they come in.
Collector dies.
Yeah. So, that stuff happens very occasionally, and a lot of times they're nothing real crazy, but sometimes you get some cool stuff, and a lot of that stuff for us just goes straight to CAC. Last time we had 13 coins. All 13 of them got green beans, and 2 of them got gold. So
I've still never seen a gold one.
Yeah, I've made, I think 5 or 6. So
JDF says, do you guys ever get Engelhardt Platinum bars or rounds?
I never see those.
I do not, nor do I desire to have them. We kind of avoid platinum like the plague, and it's only because it just doesn't sell right now.
And
Nobody's buying it.
The spread is wonky on those things.
Well, I think that's because nobody's buying it.
It's like, gold is like
rhodium.
Yeah.
Nobody's buying it, so the spread is enormous.
Sometimes on gold coins, the spread's 1%, but on platinum, it's like at $900, the spread's $100. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if there's a huge spread, chances are we're not going to have them, or we're not going to want them, because that's just a lot of risk.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Man, we got to do that punishment thing. I think it'd be fun.
Oh, I think the punishment, like I said, that was the impetus for Spicy Mike's hot sauce.
It was. Yeah.
And I'm wearing So if you want the best hot sauce in the land, Gindo's just they're on Facebook. Gindo's hot sauce. Gindo himself will make it.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like this is handcrafted hot sauce, and it's all just really good stuff. And the Spicy Mikes, they don't make it.
They create it.
Well, no, here's the thing: it was a limited edition hot sauce to begin with, but it was one that I had and I really, really liked. And so my idea was this was my way to have a personal stash of that, that
That's what happened. That's what you have.
That is what happened. Yeah.
How many cases have you got left?
I don't have any.
I don't either.
You gave them away?
Yeah. Oh, you gave them away or ate them.
Well, I saw that you had like one case left in your store.
Oh, yeah. Every time somebody comes in the shop that's a fan of the show, they get a bottle. So that's the plan.
Spicy Mike, mild Matt, and robust Russ is all I need in my
robust Russ.
Robust Russ. It has to be a like
sun-dried tomatoes.
See, I was thinking more like a brisket rub or something like that.
Ooh,
I mean, he's from Texas.
Beef rub.
Yeah.
Beef.
Oh yeah, hot beef. No, I can't say.
Nope.
What is wrong with you?
Nope. Nope. I would just nope down. I'm gonna hit your mute button. You keep that up.
I mean, one comment in the show, and it's
but and then we do have another thing coming up here before too much longer as well. We are going to be in Baltimore, as far as I can tell. We're still waiting on the official like itinerary and such, but the plan is for us to be in the next Baltimore Coin Expo, running around making videos, having fun, doing interviews. We are again, like I did before, we are not going to be working. We're going to be there making videos the whole time.
We are going to be there having fun and introducing you to people and talking about what goes on at these expos and all the different things that Whitman has going on for people. And tons and tons of crap.
We may go to a very famous museum that has a very famous collection of American coins.
I will believe that when I see it. I've never been there.
Me neither. So far away.
It's funny because our 7th grade class always went.
Yeah.
Always.
That's crazy.
We didn't go. I didn't go.
We'll see how that goes. And like I said, I gotta hash the rest of that out tomorrow or next week. But it should, as far as for all intents and purposes, it's done. So we just gotta get
I can't look forward to it more.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Jack Young, Jack.
Fake and bake. That'd be Jack's.
I don't know. It's like I was rather disappointed in the brisket. The ribs were great.
What?
I was disappointed in the brisket.
Oh, they were delicious.
I'm my own worst critic.
All right. JDF says, what about fractional platinum eagles? Low mintages, hard to find. Do you guys like those or get people selling those? Very occasionally we do. And the problem with those, again, is because they're low mintages, they have stupid premiums on them.
Right.
Like a 10th ounce platinum has only got like $90 something worth of platinum in it, and you can easily get $200 for them. It's crazy. So
and so because of that large premium, it makes them undesirable for most people to buy. And therein lies the rub. It's like, I'm going to buy something that has a really limited, audience and limited, people seeking them. It's
and they don't make the fractional stuff anymore. So
but they're still out there.
Yeah,
people trying to make a bracelet. Well, it's on the bingo card. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I bought a weird, totally non-coin related deal the other day, and it has been a very, very fun time for me. I bought a collection of autographs, Mike. Autographs.
Okay, so what type of autographs are we talking? Celebrities?
Yes.
Sports figures?
Yes.
All of the above?
Yes.
Movie stars,
fighter pilots.
In what type of a format?
Well, there's 80 binders of 8x10s.
Photos,
autographed, 80 binders. And then there's about, I'm reaching over and just grabbing a handful, about 4,000 of these.
Just signed cards.
3x5 signed cards. And
give me a name or two.
I'm sorry?
Give me a name or two.
Well, let me get something I can read here. A lot of these are Immigrant Coco, an early actress.
Imogene Coco.
Imogene Coco. I'm sorry, you're right. They're hard to read. Like I said, these are the ones I have.
Coco. I thought that was a problem.
These are the ones I have set aside to figure out. Let me grab the stack of the ones that I.
Oh yeah, maybe I can help you figure it out.
I've been using Google
image search. People.
I've been using Google image search. Like here's Ari Leindyke.
Okay.
Leah Thompson.
Ooh, love me some Leah Thompson.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Let's see.
I don't see any of mine in there.
No, he's not in here because I didn't want him. I didn't want him. Let's see. Michael York.
Okay. Old actor.
Yeah. Dick Gordon. Old actor.
Mm-hmm.
God is good. Joe Pesci.
There you go.
Yeah. Marion Mack. You know Marion
Mack?
Oh,
the Kids Shine box.
Yeah. Here's our Ed Asner.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, literally, friend, I have thousands and thousands. Faye Dunaway. James Duvall.
Huh?
James Duvall. Anthony Quinn.
James Duvall.
Yeah.
Robert Duvall?
No, James.
Who the hell is James Duvall?
Harry Dean Stanton. Just Shirley Muldowney. I mean, like I said, this is just
Shirley Cha-Cha Muldowney. There you go.
I know. It's been crazy. But I was going through some of these the other day in the albums, and I found some stupid rare autographs.
I mean, I have a check on my desk.
You know.
That was signed by B. Max Mel.
Well,
that was like a big deal for me. It's like
for coin nerds,
real autographs with real people.
For coin nerds, you're in. You're
I'm not so sure. I think I'd rather have the Leah Thompson.
Well, you know who I'd rather have? Downtown Julie Brown.
Wubba, wubba, wubba.
So, yeah, that's been my life. Not when I'm messing with the coins here lately.
I have a friend named Dan Brown who married a girl named Julie, of course.
Yeah.
her email address is wubba, wubba, wubba. I also, you were talking about 8x10 photographs. I have to tell you this story because it's funny and I like it. I had this coworker when I was very young. His name was Greg Woke, and Greg was hysterical. We worked at a newspaper, and we were constantly getting in all these publicity photos and stuff from the local real estate agents. Somebody's just made the $1 Million Club. This guy makes the $3 million. This,
right.
And all they're really trying to do is get you to print their pictures and their stories of their real estate agents. So he would take the pictures, and he'd take a Sharpie, and he'd be like, "Craig, couldn't have done any of this without you." And he'd sign it. And he'd put it up on the wall next to his desk. So you'd walk in, and you'd see this just wall of pictures, and every single one of them is thanking him for helping him and stuff like. One of the funniest things I've ever seen.
That's funny.
See, that was what I found out. It was okay to be like that at work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but see, I was like 18, 20 years old.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Let's see. Custom Steve. Let's read this story here. Custom Steve. So, funny story. I work in a high volume retail store. I have access to the change hopper we use. The other day, I was emptying the overflow bin. That's always where the good stuff is. Mm-hmm. The drawer was jammed. A harness was in the way. When I cleared it, I noticed 2 stray cents on the ground. One 1995 and the other a 1906 Indian head. That's cool. Yeah, that stuff still floats around. You'd be surprised. Like I get maybe once or twice a year, I get something really old and weird in my change.
Yep.
So
yeah, because somebody hits their grandpa's jewelry box, and
unfortunately,
there they go.
JDF. So 155 is a good deal for a BU 110th. Yes, 155 is a pretty darn good deal.
Yeah,
it's about.
At the current spot.
Yeah.
Because it's under 900. Yep. Or it's 950, I think.
You got anything coming up auction-wise that we need to talk about? Not really. I mean, Long Beach is going on now. I heard it was a bust.
Yeah, no. I'll tell you what, we have got some coins out for grading that if we hit on them, we're gonna have news story.
Ooh, I like those.
So more to come. Watch this space. I'm excited because it's like we have been on PCGS, where's the coin? Where's the coin? Where's the coin? And they basically came back to us and said, we have to do more research.
Yeah, I had one of those not too long ago.
So
and it turned out mine was fake. So won't.
Well, ours isn't fake. It's a matter of what is it.
Ours was a super fake. Like it took them 3 weeks for an express order to figure it out.
They've had this one over 2 months.
Yeah, that's not unusual.
Not an express order.
Yeah, that's unusual.
Yeah. So it's like they're showing it to a lot of people, and they're trying to get it. You've seen the coin.
Yeah. Well, okay. And sometimes they can't figure it out. You're gonna get back nothing, and that's part of it.
I know,
sucks, but it is what it is.
Well, for a long time they were telling us it's in imaging. It's stuck in imaging. And then we got really smart. So stick this one in your golf bag, guys. If they tell you it's stuck in imaging, I will go to great lengths to win coolest thing, Joe. If it's stuck in imaging, just call them and tell them, you know what, skip the imaging then. Just send me the coin. Because then it'll suddenly have cleared imaging.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it'll have another problem. Custom Steve, one weird one I found is a non-clad rim on a 65 quarter, but it weighs like a clad.
Somebody plated that sucker.
Yeah. So it's either that or it was just the way that the sandwich, that the copper kind of got covered up. But there's a lot of copper in them, so that's hard to believe.
It would weigh wrong if the copper was thin or something. It wouldn't weigh right.
Well, I'm not saying thin. I'm just saying the way it was struck or the way that the planche. But yeah, you're right. It's like it's a wafer.
Yeah,
it's basically the way it is. It's 3 layers,
but your copper is going to be the thickest layer in there. The nickel is real thin on each side. So if the copper was lacking, the coin would weigh wrong. So the fact that it weighs right just says it's been plated.
So Shannon's home.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon.
Good to see that you made it home. We're happy to have
another one that we've escorted home safely. Hey, we had a touring band that said to us, "Hey, we like to listen to your podcast while we're on the road."
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
We could drive and don't listen to
Oh no! Please listen to us and then not
always listen to us.
Yes.
So yeah, if we're gonna do a punishment edition, we got to figure out what we're gonna do. So what
we let the listeners choose.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We have veto rights, but we let the listeners choose.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say you better have veto rights because they will come up with the most diabolical stuff.
We have veto rights. You and I both have to agree on it because we're not going to say we'll have to figure out a way to divide the punishments evenly. Okay. But fair. If both
what I say we do is we just have random.
Well, that's what I mean.
You got like 10 random punishments, and we each have all 10 of them. And you pull a card, and there it is. That's yours. Now that one's off the table.
10 seems like a lot. 10, like that's 5 each, or 8 and 2. Like,
well, more like 8 and 2, but it's the way it worked out last time.
Yeah, it'll be a thing, man. Whew.
Yeah. So let's see. We are going to have a watch party for the Bears Colts.
Okay.
Week 3. We'll figure out the details. I think the next coin show hangout will be the perfect time to figure it out because it'll be real close to the game. And
what's our next episode number? Even I don't even know. 230 what?
238. This next one will be 239.
Is that where we are?
I think so.
Let me look. Let me get my files here. I have all the images for everything, so I can just look. That's what keeps me on track. As I keep all the images I make, so I know which show we're on. Yeah, we're on 239 coming up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
239 episodes. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah, I say that every time, but yeah. So that's what Dude, episode 250, punishment edition. Boom. Celebration party.
There you go.
Boom.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Episode 250, punishment
We'll
edition.
do the news, and then we'll do punishment edition, and that'll be the show.
Oh, it might be the best episode of all time.
Yep. It's going to be a real episode. We're going to celebrate our semi-quincentennial. I'm going to say that a lot.
Okay.
And then we're going to knock it out. And yes, Jack, next show is your coolest thing. I will make a post probably Thursday in Friends of the Coin Show to get you guys sending those in. And we're going to do it a little bit different. Mike and I had an idea. We've been talking about it. We're going to do it a little bit different. We're not going to run through all of them. We're going to pick a few out that are really either educational.
Yeah, that we think are really educational or really
stuff that we haven't seen or stuff that we just want to talk about. And we're going to do them because I think rather than just trying to get everybody on the show, I think actually highlighting some stuff and using it as a teaching moment is going to be the way to go. So I have a feeling that most of the stuff that Jack posts we're probably going to talk about because his posts are always freaking educational, and that's what we want to shoot for. But we'll do that. We'll pick 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever we get to.
Yeah, whatever we have that we feel needs to be and would benefit the audience by talking about. That's what we're going to do,
right?
And that's kind of the way we're going to handle the coolest thing going forward.
It was getting out of hand. We were getting like 90, 100 comments, and I don't want to rush through it.
We love it.
I do.
But at the same time, it's like then you're making everybody listen through all that stuff. So
I don't want to rush through it and not give due attention to the things that need
right.
It. So
yeah, so it'll be a little bit more compact, but it'll be a lot more educational.
Like change on the fly.
Also, we have tended to get away from doing a lot of interviews because they really kind of drag the show down and they're bad for interaction and stuff like that. However, I do have a couple of things on tap for us this fall, including a visit from our illustrious Mint director, Beatrice Gibson. She is coming back.
She's coming back. I cannot believe she's coming back, but she's coming back.
I personally, to be honest with you, she was of the same mind as I was. She was like, there was nothing wrong with the last interview. She enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? She might be in Baltimore, friend.
Maybe so. Maybe so. So then we'll have to have crab cakes with the Mint director.
Oh, that'd be fun. I was thinking maybe we just do the interview at the show, but.
Well, I don't think because of availability that it's one that we're going to be able to do live. We'll probably have to pre-record it.
I mean, we could ask, right?
Right. But we will try as best we can to do it live. And if not, guys, think about the questions that you want to ask her.
Yep.
Because God knows I'll ask her anything.
We proved that last time. She was like,
you know what though? It's like here, the conversation with her, I told her because I thought it was important. I was like, people gave me a lot of grief for interviewing you and just being really upfront. And I said, what we talked about was the Mint website. That was kind of the thing. And it was a big issue at the time. And people were like, man, first question. And I'm like, what's the elephant in the room? Right? It's the Mint website. And she just looks at it and she goes, but isn't that what a journalist is supposed to do? Ask tough questions.
Yeah.
And then she looked at me, she winked and she said, I fixed it, didn't I? So it was like, you win.
Yep. You win.
You win.
So
I love Beatrice Gibson. It's like she is there for it. And
one of the most available Mint directors that we've ever had.
Yes. Yeah. And personable and just a really nice lady.
Yep. I agree. So, well, friend, we've gone for an hour and 6 minutes of just us babbling and talking and laughing and having a great time and talking to our friends.
God damn it. Hold on a second.
Yep, I saw it.
He's like, I'm not done with this. I want to stir the pot.
Yeah.
So, Indicon, you want
us to tell the Mint director that youth sports quarters are a terrible idea. Is that what I'm to understand?
Here's what I'm going to tell you, Indigon. She has absolutely no choice in that matter. They tell her what to make and she makes it. Now, that said, if you do want to thank her for something, the high relief medals that have been coming out have been on her.
Yeah. So if some of those come out that you really like, that's one that she has a full creative control on.
She is the reason that they're there. So I mean that's really cool. But yeah, it's like I'm upset about the fact that they ran the women's series for 4 years. I think that's really, they should have done 4 years of youth sports and then done, a good 10-year series on women, because there's just way too many people that got snubbed.
Yeah. But I mean, I think in 4 years of youth sports, I can only think of like 10 sports that kids play.
Well, but they're talking about doing it for, yeah, that's the part that really worries me about it. It's like, I understand why they're doing it, but I don't like what they're doing.
Yeah. See, look, Douglas says he met you at the 23 summer seminar at one of your lunch with different people days.
Yes, he did. Doug, one of my aims when I went to the summer seminar was I ate every meal at a different table with different people.
Smart.
Because I just wanted to meet people. It was fun. I met a lot of really cool people, and some people listened, some people didn't. They'd never heard of it, and some people became listeners afterwards. So
awesome.
Yeah, no, it's always fun to meet, people. It's sometimes a little scary, when they're like, hey, aren't you?
It takes a little getting used to. It does. Like I love meeting people. I love it when people come into the shop and ask for me and want to just say hi. Like I get it. I love it. It's so much fun, but it takes a little getting used to.
It is more understandable now, and it doesn't happen as much now as it used to when we were just doing an audio show.
Right.
That was the freaky part, is that people didn't know what we looked like.
Yeah.
And yet I had somebody, the president of the Elgin Coin Club was standing behind me, and he, it's like he comes up behind me at a show, at taps me on the show. He's like, "Your name, Mike?" Yeah. So, but yeah, absolutely.
You recognize the voice. Mm-hmm. Well, you guys are awesome. All of you that hung out with us tonight, bless you. Bless you all very much.
Yes.
You guys are amazing.
We really appreciate you guys. And, we want to thank everybody that helps make this show possible.
Oh, you have to do
that
that.
includes everybody behind the scenes. That's Justin, that's Ernesto, that's Barry, that's Russ, that is Leanna, that is, I'm sorry?
The Rustical?
Yeah. Yes, our strongman competitor.
Yeah.
We need to do a listener coolest thing. We're doing a listener coolest thing, Jack, next week.
Yeah, next week. It's coming. We promise.
Yep.
Custom Chief, yeah, let us know about that 55. Come back next Hangout and let's talk about it. From what you told us, I think you should buy that coin, especially if you get a buyback. It seems kind of like a no-brainer. Bradley, thank you.
Shannon says, I keep getting grief about our show by some lady that sits by me at our coin club meeting. So here's the thing, Shannon, no, she's listening.
Oh, she's
watching.
Oh boy.
My thing is just spell the name right. That's all I ask for.
All right. Well, anything else real quick before we
no,
go?
Sir, that is it. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the distraction tonight. So thanks everybody for showing up, and we'll see you in episode 239.
239 next week.
Yes, we got 11 episodes to go
till punishment
edition. Send your ideas, and also send your what was it? We were going to go melt or keep.
Yep.
Match or keep.
Either or is fine. They'll both get it right.
Just send us your ideas. We'll make it work.
All right. Goodbye,
Thanks everybody for coming.
Goodbye, everybody.